We're live?
Oh my god, maybe.
No, but we're live in the past.
We're live in the past. It's a bit slow, but that's us in real time.
Very nice.
Nice. Hello and welcome to the Guitar Building Academy live stream number 9, I think, somewhere. I think it's number 9. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah, we're here to answer any guitar building questions or guitar building related questions. So I'm going to jump into the chat and see if anyone has any questions. Anyone has any good chat, any waffle for us to present to you. If we don't have some questions straight off, we have had a question in there.
Yes, in the community page on the website, which I guess we don't have anything just yet anyway.
No,
so,
go for it.
Oh no, it's moved. There it is. So Anthony Difford has asked, hello everyone, just wondering what you all have as a workshop / workspace. I need to find or build a better workspace myself, so looking for inspiration. To which Stephen has already responded. He's got a two car garage setup, roughly 20 by 20 feet, so 6 by 6 meters. He says it's almost got enough room for everything, but he still wheels the table saw and planer out into the driveway to use. Yeah, because they're loud, bulky, and dusty. Do you wanna?
I mean, before I worked here, I had a very small shed where it was essentially, it was kind of a similar thing to this. So my bench was against one wall with a window, but all the way against the corner. But then there was a bandsaw, so I had to walk out and round the bandsaw to go round to my wood store at the other end. And yeah, it was not very big, but you kind of had to make do with what you got. I definitely didn't have any kind of dust extraction. It was just, I had one Hoover with one attachment. It was like a workshop Hoover, but that was just like...
That went on everything.
That went on everything, but it also didn't attach to everything. And when I was planing big things through the planer, it just couldn't hack lots of the time, and it would get blocked and spewed it everywhere.
Yeah, classic.
So a dust mask was kind of essential. And then I came to work here, and we've got loads of room.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Somehow loads of room, and also no room.
Yes, we have loads of room for things, but there are lots of things here.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess I've just in the last year built a workshop space at home. I also based it on a 2-car garage. Mine is 6 by 5.5 meters. So whatever that is in feet, 20 by 18-ish, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've managed to fit everything in. I don't have a table saw, and I put in good extraction. So yeah, I've also got a big planer. Where is that door?
Up there.
Okay. I've got a big planer that I can't roll out. Also, my driveway is like stone, so I can't roll anything onto it. So yeah, everything has to stay inside.
Yeah. You can kind of make do with the space you have if you manage your space quite well.
Yeah.
But back then I didn't do any spray finishes myself. I would take them elsewhere to be sprayed, and that's part of the reason I came to work here, was that I got one of my guitars finished here, and it was finished like the month before I applied for a job here.
I remember that guitar here. It was a swirly top.
Yeah, resin and burl
mess.
Top. Yeah, multi-scale.
I remember seeing it and just being like, huh, those frets are on wonky.
Multi-scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't have a spray setup. I do it all here, so that saves me a lot of space because I don't know how I'd fit that in.
Yeah, I mean, some people. I remember I visited when I was on holiday in France last year. We noticed a sign for Luthier in the little town. It's just outside Paris, and came back when it was open, and he basically had like a basement set up, and he had a spray booth in there with extraction. But as with any workshop, it was quite cramped because he had a bunch of tools and a bunch of wood, and we're all wood maniacs. So
Yeah.
we all go, well, I definitely need this piece. I'll definitely use it very, very soon, honest.
This is the size of a credit card, but it might be useful.
Yeah, so you end up with
Yeah.
a bigger stack of wood than the tools lots of the time.
Yeah.
Shelves are helpful.
Drawers.
Drawers and
Those
shelves.
are good.
Making sure you have vertical space.
And if you're in a small space, wheels are essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on, of course, your definition of small. Yeah. I don't consider. Well, I consider mine kind of small. What's that? 33 square meters. A decent size. I
Yeah.
don't have wheels and everything, but sometimes I wish I did.
Mine was tiny.
Yeah, yours was. Yeah, yours was.
Mine
definitely-
was very small.
Well, previously I converted my spare bedroom in the flat I was living in into a workshop, but that was I only did hand tool work there.
Yeah,
Prep the wood
yeah.
here, do the work at home.
Yeah, that's fair.
That wasn't the most usable.
Yes.
I mean, it could have been, but I didn't.
Yeah, I have thought about converting rooms inside to stuff, but I just make so much dust. It would just be forever.
And you don't even use hand tools.
I mean, you can use a router for everything. No,
It's not a
maybe
hand
not
tool.
frets. You hold it with your hands.
It's got a plug.
We got a question.
Yes.
I'm working on fretting a bound neck. The frets are completely seated across most of the neck, but there's still a gap at the edges. I used the Stumac fret nipper. What have I done wrong? Potentially, maybe the fret nipper didn't nip enough of the fret, and you've left like a little bit of the tang left, and that could be raising it up. I often go, I mean, on all of my own builds, I go through and flip them upside down after I've nipped the tang and then file it flat so that when you press them in or hammer them in, there's like no gap underneath at all.
I find over radiusing as well is
Yeah, that-
quite important when you're nibbling the ends. If they're not over radiused enough, the rest of it goes down, and because it usually flattens as you install it just a little bit. So if you've got it just right when you put them in, there's no tang to hold the ends, so they just kind of
Yeah, the ends have got literally nothing holding it down. So
Yeah, so it could be the tool that you didn't didn't do a good enough job, and that you didn't file it afterwards, or potentially it didn't get radiused enough, or
maybe both.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could just be gremlins.
Yeah,
If you hammer them in as well, I find they have a higher likelihood to bend the other way.
yeah. The press really helps even the pressure out the whole way along. You
Yeah.
could also potentially have had maybe left the tangs too long, and they could have caught on the edges of the slot, I guess.
Yeah.
If there's like glue at the underneath the binding that you didn't really see, and you went to hammer it in, and it's kind of lifted just
Yeah.
the end a little bit.
Tang's not seated. Equally, you could have nibbled too much tang away.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So there's nothing holding it in.
there's a bunch of things you could
Yes.
could have gone slightly wrong.
Anthony Difford, any news on the guitar kit build? I have just started one practice staining. Also, what I recommend a finish for a maple neck and fretboard. I was thinking a true oil and wax finish. So the kit build I'm still working on. I was working on it today. Basically, the kit's finished, and now I've taken it apart to improve it, basically. And I've just been working through that today. What was the other one? Any recommended finishes for a maple neck and fretboard?
Oil and wax.
I don't know if true oil and wax together will be a great combo, because true oil has like a when you put it on, it leaves like a layer of like sheen on the top, which I
Yeah.
don't know whether wax will actually work with or not.
I mean, it'll work with it. I don't think it'll
Yeah.
add anything to it. I
Yeah.
think you'll just dump wax on top.
Yeah. Whereas with like our penetrating oil, the penetrating oil sinks in, and then the wax almost like seals
Yeah.
it in, kind of thing.
'Cause the true oil isn't just oil. There's usually it's a combination. There's usually some polyurethane in there,
Yeah, yeah.
which is what's sitting on top and creating a film.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, a maple fretboard, obviously you want it to be protected against your dirty fingers. But finishing that without spraying it,
What about like a wipe on
The wipe.
lacquer?
Yeah, I was going to say the wipe on lacquer will probably do it.
I always feel like with a maple board, you want something on it. Like an oil isn't going to do it. True oil, in theory, should be.
True oil in theory should do it.
But I think I'd want something more hard wearing than true oil.
Yes.
It gives a nice finish, but it's not hard wearing.
No. Nice.
Whereas a lacquer, even a wipe on polyurethane lacquer,
Yeah.
I think is where I'd be looking.
Yeah, create a little bit of a layer.
A hard layer.
Yeah, hard layer to.
Get floor varnish, diamond coat. It'd probably work.
It would probably work. You just have to.
Nasty though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and you're going on around the frets, and
Yeah.
I mean, lacquering a fretboard is a pain anyway.
Yep.
So it's just going to be a bad time all around, really.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just don't use maple.
Yeah.
Problem
It
solved.
might be too late, but. What did he say? Could have been too little tang, too much tang, too little filing, not enough filing. Sounds like the answer is just yank them out and try again. Potentially.
I don't think too much filing. I mean, can you? I guess if you start eating the crown away.
Yeah, if you start, yeah.
But other than that, yeah, too much tang, too little, too yeah. All
Yeah.
the rest of your too muches and too littles could be any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulling them out and go again is probably the best bet, I would say.
Yeah.
Good practice too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you've got a fret press, use it
Oh God.
over a hammer.
Yeah.
If it's a bolt-on neck, that's even easier.
Yeah.
It's when you start getting onto set necks and through necks, it's a bit more of a pain because you can't press the ones.
Yeah. After like the 12th thread.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have we got going on in here? I do have the penetrating oil and high build. It got delivered yesterday.
Great for the neck.
Yeah.
Fabulous for the neck. Just maybe for the fretboard, find something a bit more heavy duty.
Yeah.
Annoyingly.
Yeah, maple fretboards can get dirty fairly quickly,
Yeah.
especially if you're a person who sweats a lot.
Always wondered why the fretboard and not so much the neck. I guess the strings as well, isn't it? You're pushing the strings onto it, so you are just going to chew it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I put it down to.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I guess you're putting four fingers on the fretboard, and you're only putting like one finger on the neck.
Yeah, but the ham of your hand.
Yeah, I know. We're ignoring that bit.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the strings.
Fair enough. What did Ricky say? If you aren't too far away, you'd be more than welcome to come and take a look around Crimson and see our setup. We have a studio that is set up as a small space. Maybe useful. Yeah? Only about an hour away just south of Bristol. Yeah, I mean, south of Bristol, yeah. You're basically already here compared to most people in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very good point about the front, like the front studio being set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That room is pretty small, but...
Because we had that set up in there for a full build, not having to leave, basically,
Yeah.
with...
You just had...
just those tools.
Yeah, you just had everything whack it on the table.
It's wood
There
prep
you go.
as well, isn't it? I mean, that takes the biggest amount of
Wood prep is
space,
the tricky
I find.
bit. Yeah, like planer
Yeah.
is...
But I guess those lunchbox planers are usable.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have the Triton one,
Yeah, me too.
and I used to just,
In home.
when it wasn't raining, I'd chuck it outside and run stuff through it.
I used to just open my door and aim it out the door, and
Yeah, I used to also aim it out the door, but I found with like through neck blanks, it was like you had to get it through at the right angle, otherwise it was like started hitting stuff everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm replacing a bridge on another guitar. The posts don't quite line up, so I'll have to drill new holes. Any pointers for filling the old holes and matching the finish? It's plain white gloss. White gloss. Will those holes be underneath? What kind of bridge is it to start with? Because if it's like a hip shop bridge, the holes are going to be covered by the bridge, so that doesn't matter. Where if it's a tune-o-matic...
I'm assuming by posts it's a tune. Depends how visible they are, I feel. If you can't quite see them, just don't.
Yeah, it depends how far they are off as well. Because there is, on the post of a tune-o-matic, there is a lip. So if they're like not too far off, you could fill it, re-drill it, and then it would kind of cover it. If it's gloss white like polyurethane,
Two-post trim.
two-post trem. New 2-post tram, the holes are not quite covered.
Sounds dumb, but can you find a trim that fits?
Yeah. Finish repairs are a pain in the arse as someone who does a lot of them. Especially, it's either never going to be perfect and you'll have to live with it, or honestly, I say this to Sam all the time, I'm like, I would rather refinish the whole body than try and make a tiny patch look perfect, because it's so hard to get it exactly the same. It's way easier to strip it and get it to all look the same a second time round.
Yeah.
That's how my brain goes. I'm just like, I'd rather refinish the whole body than fix this little chip.
It's like Father Ted trying to fix the car.
Yeah, just a little
bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole thing is scrapped.
Yeah.
So you may as well just pull it off and go again from the get-go.
Yes. Luckily, white gloss is not as bad as black gloss in terms of getting rid of scratches.
Yeah.
But it's still, how many shades of white are there?
Yeah.
And will you get the exact right same shade of white? And will you notice it?
And if it's an older guitar, that's not white anymore. That's now ivory.
Yes.
But
the shade of ivory you can buy is never quite the same as the ivory that the white is faded to. It's just
if they're like a little bit off, like a mil or two, and you just have like a little kind of shadow, you could probably just get the closest match from even probably emulsion would work, and just drop it.
Please don't put emulsion.
I couldn't think of any other types of paint. Okay.
But I mean, a lot of people use nail varnish.
Oh yeah.
Which could work. It's obviously not the most professional finish you possibly do.
No.
But
the professional thing is to strip it and go again.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Also, the brushes you get with nail polish are designed for nails, not for tiny little touch-ups on guitars. So, if you're gonna do that and it's just a tiny little gap, don't use the brush it comes with.
Get a detail brush.
Get a really small detail brush.
What are the really fine? Are they just fine detail brushes?
Yeah. But also be prepared to never use that brush ever again unless you have the stuff to clean it with.
Yeah.
So, yes, finished repairs are hard and annoying.
Yep.
And like 50% of my job.
It's because you love them.
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Do we have any more questions?
How much have we put off Mole Ninja?
Yeah. Hosco fret cutters, is there a world shortage? I can't find anyone who has stock.
Fret cutters? Like
them?
Them? Do we not have boxes
Do we not have
of
stock?
them upstairs?
I don't know, because we have hundreds here, so I don't have to buy them. I always put it through this bit.
Okay, whatever.
Well, are these Hosco as well?
They're also Hosco.
Yeah.
And I feel like we also probably have
We've probably got a bunch of these
bajillions
as well.
of them too.
Which one?
Ours are on order.
Ours are on order.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Well, the ones behind my bench and behind this bench are still there, so
yeah.
I don't know. I know that the fret tang nippers, is it Symptoms?
Yes. They're Belarus?
Yeah, Belarus or Russia. So still
Belarus.
Yeah, still not great. So I bought a set before the war, so I still use it and they're amazing. But
yeah, the Hosco ones just aren't as
the fret tang nippers. Yeah, they're just not as clean.
I've had to go in and I think the slot for the crown just isn't big enough. So I've gone in and modified them and they're much better.
Okay.
But they're still not as foolproof.
Yeah.
I was going to say idiot proof, but that's a bit mean. But foolproof to use, because the Symptoms one do just.
Yeah.
So that's what I have as well. And
yeah. They're really good.
I don't file after them. I just bung them in.
Really?
Yeah.
You just go straight for it. I mean, I still do file them, but there's not much filing going on. It's just like me being OCD about it, making sure. Is there a big difference with fret cutter brands? I found some generic cutters and ground them flat, assuming we're talking about cutting the fret and not just nipping the tang.
So we are talking about these guys.
So I'm talking about them, yeah. So there is a difference in some of them. I mean, I think I bought some generic ones, and then I had to cut like 24 stainless steel frets, and I ended up getting blisters on my hand because they weren't cutting, like they weren't actually cutting it.
A lot of it's to do with the steel quality, really,
Yeah.
and how well it takes an edge and holds an edge, because they are sharp, even though they're cutting metal.
Yeah.
I never think of sharp when cutting metal, but like the Hosco ones are good. I had some other ones. I got my first ones I bought, turns out, were from a bad batch, and basically, as I cut the frets, they just melted. Like the cutting edges. See, these ones are a bit dinged up.
Yeah.
But these ones you can even see have shattered.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't show the camera because this is really close. But my ones didn't shatter; they just deformed, completely melted.
Dear. Did they just like not harden the?
I think they just
metal or
yeah,
something?
they must have not hardened it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got in touch with them and they sent out a replacement. The second ones were better, but they still weren't good.
Yeah.
Then the Hosco ones were actually good.
Yeah.
A lot of it's to do with like the quality of the grinding as well, because they're all, I think, custom ground or custom. You know, they are ground manually, I guess. But you probably could get a generic style of. I think they're what are they usually called? They're not. They're not flush cutters.
I've got. Hang on, I'm gonna run away now.
You run away. You can get generic whatever style of cutter that is and grind it flush yourself. I'd suggest grinding it and then polishing it. And the thing is, you have to grind it flush, but only just flush. If you go too far, you start to thin out the edge of the steel, and then it just kind of.
These are the ones I got before the Hosco ones. I don't know what they're called, but chrome vanadium.
That's a very popular brand actually. You see that all the time.
Yeah.
Chrome vanadium.
Yeah. So
They're not very flush.
they're not super flush, but
They're flush enough.
they're flush enough. They did the job until I got the Hosco ones.
Are they ones you ground?
No, they came like this.
Came like that?
Came like this. Yeah. So this was when I basically put up a picture of like the blisters on my hands from cutting stainless steel, and someone was like, "You shouldn't be trying that hard. Get these." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, cool."
Yeah, because the less you make them flush, you grind them. There we go.
Yeah.
The heftier the steel is, so the easier it works.
Yeah, there's more
And you kind of have
behind
to. That's where you kind of get a brand one that's been done, I guess, professionally, is because they know how far to grind it.
Yeah.
And they don't overheat it. Because I think I tried to make one as well, and I overheated the steel, and it just
it loses it, doesn't
was
it?
so bad.
Hey guys, I'm basically almost done with my Les Paul I built on my own. Nice. But there were things I would never have thought of. Could you explain the potentiometer sizes, please? What do you mean by sizes? Do you mean by
The mini ones are really small, and the full size ones are bigger.
yeah, or do you mean like the shaft length? Do you mean the size of the resistance in them? Please let us know about what you mean by size.
Well, I guess the long shaft ones have a long shaft.
Yeah, that's quite an easy one.
For a Les Paul, you probably want long shaft because the top is probably quite thick in some of the areas, which a standard shaft one just won't get through, and you need to be able to get a nut on the other side.
In terms of difference between
Resistance and stuff.
500k, 250k, there are ones for the flat guitars.
And arch tops. That's probably the what they call the shaft length. It's basically the threaded portion of the pot. Long shaft ones have a long threaded shaft, basically, and therefore carved tops where, if you either you can carve the inside of the top to match so the top thickness is consistent, in which case anything will work, or you don't, which
it's going to be flat on the inside.
Yeah, which if you think that carve gets thicker towards the middle, you're going to need,
I got mediums because I didn't know, and they barely show for the buttons. You might just need longer shaft pots.
You do get short shaft as well, which are, as they sound, really short. They're for pick guards, which are only 3.
Yeah, like Strats and Yeah.
Mediums. If you can thread the nut onto it and it all looks and works fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
The long shaft ones I think they usually all come with 2 nuts, and the intention is the long shaft, you put one of the nuts on the inside so you can kind of regulate how much it sticks out.
Yeah.
And if you've got the mediums and they're working, keep them.
Yeah. But if you can't get the nut on it, then you need a longer shaft.
Yep.
So many innuendos in that sentence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Anthony has a set of stainless ready to be fitted. Oof.
Currently have stainless steels waiting to be fitted. Yeah.
You'll find out fairly quick if you bought cheap cutters for stainless steel frets.
Yeah, you'll get blisters on your hands just like me.
Yeah.
Do you have any book recommendations? I have got the Jerry Hayes guitar electronics book, and it has every pickup wiring diagram known to man. Super helpful.
The Jerry Hayes one is fantastic. He's an Irish guy.
Yeah.
From Kildare.
Well.
There you go. So he knows what he's talking about. I kind of think the Jerry Hayes one is probably the only one you need.
I think it depends what you're doing.
It's very advanced. Like it covers everything, which is really good but really bad, because obviously if it's covering everything and you don't know anything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Yeah.
I've got one of the Dan Erlewine finishing books, and that's pretty good for spraying recipes, basically. How to recreate a 60s Fender finish.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like, you need this, 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 and this much of this.
Oh,
I mean,
sweet.
a lot of it is in ounces, so I'm like, okay, what is it in metric?
Scribble in the margins.
But yeah, but like stuff like that is pretty useful. But it also goes through like setting up your own spray booth and setting up like all that kind of stuff, and how to prep your guitar for finish. I found that book quite useful for what I'm doing here a lot.
There's also Melvin Hiscox has a book called I think it's Build Your Own Guitar, which is kind of, or Build Your Own Electric Guitar, I think it is, which is for a long time has been known as like the definitive kind of intro to guitar building book. He died a few years ago, actually, I think. Yeah.
Well,
But I think, yeah, if you're looking for like a general books, I feel like the Melvin Hiscox, the Jerry Hayes, and for finishing, your one is probably decent.
yeah. I mean, that would cover a lot.
That'll cover a lot.
Yeah.
And if you want to get into like archtops and stuff, I know the Benedetto book is quite good. Don't know about acoustics.
No, I'm not sure on acoustics.
There's probably loads of.
There's probably a bunch.
Yeah, we just don't know any of them.
Yeah. We're damn electric builders.
Neanderthals.
Yeah. Without power tools and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there will be, all the stuff we've talked about, we will be doing courses on.
Yeah.
Finishing, wiring, etc. There'll be a bunch.
Oh, here's one.
Are there any alternatives to nitro and polyurethane for coating? Acrylics. So, there are acrylic polyurethanes.
I was just thinking there's a
Yeah, there's crossovers all over.
There's a something there. I don't know what it is. A misconception.
Yeah, it depends. I guess it also depends. So the standards in the industry are, like you said, nitro polyurethane, but also polyester. So it's those three. Nitro is obviously this old standard Fender and Gibson. Gibson still use it, but Fender use it on like their old, like the vintage stuff.
Probably custom shop stuff, I'd imagine.
Custom shop stuff, yeah, signature models, all that kind of stuff.
Nitro is nasty shit.
Yes,
Can we
nitro.
curse on this? Can we curse on this?
Yep, we have now.
Well,
It's live. All those lacquers are nasty.
yeah.
So-
the Nitro's super nasty.
Yeah.
I just don't like Nitro, I think.
Well, nitro is. There are pros and cons to all of them. So polyester, we don't actually use polyester here.
That's the big bad wolf.
That's
the
the
one that everyone hates.
Yeah,
So
it's
when you hear
super
poly,
thick.
people bitching about poly. That's
Yeah,
polyester.
polyester is really, really thick. So
It's set to
it's
adult.
set to adult. Thanks, Ricky. That
Wait.
means we can swear as much as we want.
I thought adult means something different.
That's later.
in a broadcast.
That's a different subscription service.
Only fan frets.
Yeah, only fan frets. Polyester is really, really thick. It's probably used in like the bigger factories for the cheaper guitars because you can just whack it on,
and it's super durable as well.
Yeah, and you don't. And when you're like flat sanding, you basically don't have to worry about going through because you'd be there for like 7,000 years sanding it. Polyurethane is generally what we use here as the poly. It's thicker than the nitro, but does depend on how many coats you put on. Really, you could get the nitro as thick if you absolutely whack it on, but nitro melts into the layer before, which is one of the pros of nitro. So it's harder to build up a thick coat, and lots of people argue about the tone of lacquer, and I'm like, okay.
Is a 1/4 millimeter of lacquer going to do the difference?
Yeah, is that the difference?
I feel like if you're dumping it on, if you got 4 or 5 mil per side, like that's a lot of lacquer.
That's a lot of lacquer.
That'll probably do something.
That's loads of lacquer, yeah. But yeah, in general, nitro finishes are thinner, and the poly are thicker. Alternatives to those?
At a base level of polyurethane, polyester, and nitrocellulose.
Yeah. There are water-based lacquers you can spray, but you have to have a different setup or different settings on your gun to do it.
Basing of it as well, though, doesn't. Because I think you can get a water-based polyurethane.
Probably.
So I don't think that's a. You kind of got to figure out what the actual denomination is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think acrylic is a different thing, is it?
No, because we use a polyurethane acrylic.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not.
They're not separate things.
It's a carrier or something.
Yeah.
You know what it is more than I do. But I have no idea.
As far as I'm concerned, the polyurethane is plastic.
Yeah.
Liquid plastic.
That's what urethane.
Yeah.
Urethane is.
Yeah. So I'm mixing part A, part B together. Once they're together, it starts curing. Obviously not that fast, but like you spray it on, you leave it, it cures. There you go. Nitro will, if you left a pot of nitro on the side for long enough, it would evaporate the solvent and then cure on its own. But when it's in thinner coats as it hits the guitar, obviously it evaporates faster because there's
flashes off.
Yeah, less in the way.
Yeah, it's a drying lacquer, isn't it? Whereas polyurethane is, I guess, a polymerizing lacquer.
Catalyzed, yeah. I guess. Well, I guess it's a catalyst.
Well, a catalyst just makes a reaction go. So it'll be a polymer. It'll be a polymerization, which is catalyzed by the catalyst. Or maybe not. I just could be talking bollocks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Either way, A and B mix together, spray it on, or pot of nitro, thin it a little bit, spray it on.
The thinner goes away.
The thinner goes away.
The cellulose is left.
Yes, pretty much.
No, whatever polyester is.
I think polyester is very similar to.
It's an ester.
Polyurethane.
Which is an organic compound, is it not? Which could be, or may not be, named for that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a catalyst on polyester.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's other finishes.
Yeah.
I think the guitars, though, usually follow the car industry, do they not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever cars use, we use too.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. What's that? Sean has put together a beginner course for basic maintenance, which will be launching before the end of the month. We've also started to edit Jake's acoustic guitar build from JKM. Yes. We got an acoustic course coming, which will be very interesting. I'm very interested.
Yeah,
in building myself a little acoustic.
And we have the in-person course in March, middle of March.
Yes,
somewhere in March. So. Which we've all booked the week off.
Yeah. We're all paying as well.
I ain't paying.
All right, fine.
I'll just build an acoustic in the corner.
Yeah, I'll just be in the room.
Well, what are you guys doing next?
Yeah, just copying the people next to you.
Yeah.
What have you just done?
Why is mine a lefty?
Oh, damn. Any more questions?
I like that he found it helpful.
That's good.
Our
chat about lacquers. Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing a finishing course, but not on spraying. It's going to be rattle can finishes, which is, less kind of. I mean, the lacquer's already in a tin, and then you press the go button essentially,
and it goes
on.
Yeah.
Whereas, with the gun, there's like the air setting, the feed setting, the fan setting, and then what you're mixing and how much you're mixing, and lots of other things to think about.
Yeah.
But rattle cans you can do at home. But again, in that course, I'm going to be telling you about the pitfalls of doing it at home, like accidentally spraying a fly into your guitar and stuff like that.
Flies are attracted to paint, of course. So if you spray outside, they'll all just go to it.
Yes, I have had that problem.
Poop is probably a central ingredient to a rattle can.
Apparently so. Apparently so. Well, get your questions in, or forever hold your peace, and because we might call it there.
Yeah.
Unless you have. Will that be with Nitolac? Yes, we're going to be using the Nitolac. Rattle cans, because they're pretty good. I mean, Nitolac supply Fender, so they are basically the same. If you want a Fender colour, they're the guys to go for.
What are they?
What do you mean?
Are they a nitrocellulose? Are they a polyurethane?
So, the rattle cans are nitro. The rattle cans are nitro, but they also make polyurethanes.
Yeah.
But they are more for the professional.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
The big drums.
Well, yeah, we've got like 5 litre tins of their nitro in there, and it's really, really good, which is the same stuff as Fender use.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Handy.
Yeah. Cool. We, yes.
Oh,
I'll go through where your guitar should be before you spray it.
I mean, prep is 90% of it.
Yes, because if your prep's rubbish, then your spray job will be rubbish.
Yeah.
It is how it goes. You've got to. And unfortunately, wood is one of those materials that isn't easy to prep in some cases, especially ash, mahogany. Like
mahogany?
Well, you got grain for it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but like
compared to ash.
Yeah, I know. But like spraying a car, there's no grain in metal, so it's just like as long as you primed it and sprayed it. I mean, if you want to look at a finish off a gun, straight off a gun, look at a car finish, because most of those are not flat sanded and buffed. They're going to just be. We sprayed the colour, we sprayed the top coat, out.
Push it out the door.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tim who used to be here? Did you meet Tim?
I never met Tim, no.
He sprayed your guitar, I think, when you sent him.
Oh, nice.
He used spray for Jaguar Land Rover.
Yeah.
And he was saying it was like, psh, psh, and done.
Yeah.
And if there's something wrong with it, it gets binned, and they just do another one. And which was quite interesting. It got a bit of an insight, but it was like, you get it perfect off the gun, so all the prep work has to be done properly.
Yep. So prep work is important.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I think we'll call it there. Thank you for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Cool. Bye. I guess bye.